Well, here we are at day 2, legendary difficulty. I have a simple plan. It's a really simple plan. See the enemy, destroy the enemy. That's it. Every place the enemy is, I'm going to attack and kill him in the phase that he arrives. So my goal is to wipe out the enemy in phase 1, the north map, to wipe out the enemy in the north map, all of them. And then go to the southern map and wipe out the enemy, all of them. And then there's a counterattack. Then you come back up to the north map, then you go back to the south map. But whatever units are on the map, to get them. So 4 hours, can I wipe out the entire enemy force? I gotta tell you, these fortified positions are really good. And you have the option of doing lots and lots of, there are lots of ways you could approach this. And just knowing that these fortifications are as good as they are, I mean, for other players and how they approach this, see Hi Bob, War Bob, see Panda Kraut, see other players. But yeah, you could hold the northern edge with just a very tiny force. The thing I would tell you in playing this, my strong recommendation is you have to hit pause a lot and make sure that the units in prepared positions are actually firing. Because what they'll do is they'll target a unit far away and not fire at all. So I hit pause 100 times to make sure that all of my units in the fortified positions were firing at someone. So, okay, he's moving north, and he's coming in from the north, he's coming in from the south. I see them, I'm going to attack them. Here we go. So I'm going to kill the guys in the south first, and then everybody's going to run north. Now, my plan in this phase is really simple. I'm going another double envelopment. I'm going to surround the entire enemy force in the north. I only have 4 hours to do it, and it's quite a way. But I'm going to surround everybody in the north and in a great big encirclement and wipe them out. That's it. I just want to say, those of you who are watching this, the southern phase is even more fun because 24-pound howitzers, baby, 24-pound howitzers. I have been waiting the entire campaign to play with 24-pound howitzers, and in the southern phase, I finally get to do it. And the southern phase is all about the 24-pound howitzers. So stay tuned. This is just the north phase. The rifle cav do great. They do great work the entire time. The melee cav do great work. Snipers, of course, are terrific. The only weapons that don't do well, pretty much look, the melee cav going in. Pretty much the only weapons that are disappointing are the unscoped Whitworths. They don't do so well. I just fired into my cav. That's bad. I think I just had a general get wounded. I think 2 generals get wounded the first day, and then 2 officers, and then several more on the second day. So my melee cav is doing what it does. That was a full-size unit, and he's just chopping it up. Okay, I took rifle cav behind the enemy line. They move really fast behind the lines. You can only mount and dismount rifle cav when you have play, when it's set to play, you cannot mount or dismount them when you're in pause. So just something you should know about. So it's kind of hard to tell if they're, I don't know, if they're, I want them dismounted in the woods, so I had them right up and now they're dismounted. No, don't fire at the supply wagon, so I hit pause, turned that off. So, okay, the enemy is now surrounded. My melee cab is still chewing up that infantry unit. Okay, over here, I'm hoping to convince this guy just to go somewhere else, but he's not going to go somewhere else. I'm going to have to fight my way over top of those guys, and at some point, I think about calling off the attack and just having them go south, and then I go, nah, we're going for the attack, and we're just going to run right over top of these guys, and I'm going to show you that you can just run right over top of these guys. One of the things that I found that was really quite a surprise was how long it takes to get from here up the left side of the map through the woods. Takes forever. Even on run, it takes forever to get to the north edge of the map. It is a big map. Okay, after this is going really well. I don't want these guys to melee out of here. I'm not going for captures, by the way. I'm going to, in most cases, surround and then just shoot the enemy until they shatter. Some of them surrender but in these many encirclements. But if they shatter, that's fine because I don't get anything for captures here. So now, to make sure they don't route north, I'm going to have my infantry unit in the prepared position fall out of the prepared position. When you encircle a group, you want to make sure that the firing arc just touches the enemy. You don't want to push on them because that'll make them flee in a weird direction. So I don't want them to flee in a weird direction. So I take the pressure off, and then he's just going to sit there for a bit longer. I make a mistake, though. I tell one of my units, I think I'm telling him to fire into the mass, but what I really tell him to do is move, and he's on run. So he sets them headed, I think, to the left. So I just saw a unit shatter, I think, which is fine. We're not going for captures. I still get over 90,000 captures in this battle, and I'm not going for captures. Like, I could probably capture all these guys, but like I said, you don't get anything for it. So I can shoot them for free. You have plenty of ammo, and so I can just shoot them for free. It just take a minute, and then, finally the unit my melee cav was working on, he finally shattered. That's good. Unit in the fortification does fine. He does a great job. He's able to sit there the whole time and tank this, and yeah, it's not difficult at all. Yeah, see, I told one of my units in the south, I thought I told him to shoot, but I actually told him to move because I clicked on the ground by accident, and then he's driving these guys to the left, but they're 700 in size. They're about to surrender or shatter, either one. They've been shot to pieces. They're under 1,000. They're surrendering. Yeah, look, 600, 700. They're done. There's a couple left. And then we need to get everybody running north. And it's going to take a while. Yeah, they're down to 600, 500. $400. Probably doing more damage to my own units, but they're just about done. Yeah, surrender, and The last one he surrendered. Okay, he's only down to, he's 380. See, they just hover like this the whole time. This guy's going to just shoot, but you have to hit pause all the time and make sure he's shooting at someone. Okay, I'm moving. I have two 24-pound howitzers in this sector. One of them's going to go. They're both going to go on the left side and do very good work. Yeah, this guy's going to do fine. The guys in the fort are going to do fine. I recommend having detached skirmishers behind everybody who's in a fort in case they get into melee, like someone's getting into melee right now. Firing into the melee makes the guy rout faster. So have a commander up here. I have infantry behind the line just in case someone gets through. I have melee cav, who, if any of his units get through my line, the melee cav will just eat them. And here he's not moving out, so I'm going after him. So we had 4 hours, got down to 3, time's up, I gotta go. If I'm gonna do this, I have to get all the way to the north of this line that you see, north of his artillery, and go across the north edge of the map. So it's a long way to go. A major general was wounded. Yeah, we're gonna take losses. So the rifle cav does great in woods. You dismount them, you put them in woods, they do double damage dismounted, and they are just, the Spencer carbine is like a machine gun. It just keeps firing and firing and does massive damage and makes enemy units rout, and in the woods they're just awesome. Here I'm going to take some hits. I think one of my units, one of my rifle cav gets a bit shot up. I think he gets down to 250, but all the rest of them come out of it really good size. They don't get hit too badly. I'm advancing with detached skirmishers, as I like to do. So if you watch, yeah, I recommend watch Hi Bob. He has a really good solution to this problem. He sends all these guys south. Oh, one of the things I've decided to do is I'm going to let all the enemy units come in. I'm not going to attack them on their spawn point. Every group of units that comes onto the map, I'm going to fight them straight up. So I'm going to let them come in, let them deploy, let them attack. I'm not going to catch them when they spawn in. I want to fight the entire Union army that arrives face to face, if that makes sense. So one of the reasons I didn't send units south from the corner is I don't want to hit them at their spawn point. But if you want to do that, that is a really good strategy, and you'll take out a large number of units. I wanted to, well, I'm going to do something. I have something else for them when they come in. Okay, I really don't want to fight two of these guys. Come on, Spencer Carbs. I hope that's Spencer Carbs. Come on, you should fire. Fire! Yeah, there's a lot going on. Okay, here we go. We have to destroy these infantry units, destroy this artillery, and get behind the enemy position, and then run. Everybody's on run. Run across the north edge of the map. The goal is not to push them back. The goal is encirclement. I want to encircle the entire pile of enemy units. So I think he has 35,000. I think he had 50,000, 55,000 with the guys who came in that I just wiped out, encircled and killed. I think I have, do I have 100,000? I should have over 100,000, but you can see the red bar to the blue bar. I mean, it's pretty... with taking out the guys to the south, you know, it's pretty lopsided. I've got them 3-1. I'm playing on the slower speed because I'm telling these guys, I'm hitting pause a lot and telling these guys to fire. The most important thing is they just keep putting out volleys of fire. And they just keep moving forward. 2 hours and 27 minutes. We lost a division commander. That hurts. I think he's 1st Division. First Division, I think 3rd Corps. I think he's the one who took the hit. That hurts. Yeah, this battle is the entire thing, the entire Battle of Washington. I played it one and done. Just loaded it up, played, fought, whatever happened, we just dealt with it. Okay, the infantry and cav, of course cav moves very fast, but the group of guys that were in the south haven't gotten here yet. They're still moving north. I want to take the woods with a group of units, some rifle cav and some infantry I sent first. The reinforcement, another general wounded. The guys to the south that did the encirclement and the wipeout, I want them to just move to the north edge of the map and then move through the woods to the north edge of the map, and then along the north edge of the map, see the very steep hill to the north all the way to the edge of the map? That's where I want them to go. It is a long way to go, and moving through the woods just takes forever. I was really surprised how long it took. These guys on this side will almost get to the same point by the time they get to the top of that hill. That's how long it takes. And they're just running the whole time. Okay, I have 1, 2... This is a much bigger force than it looks like. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10... It's like 11, 12, 13. I have 3 or 4 more in reserve that are going to kick in as soon as they turn the flank. It's like 15 infantry, and he only has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 infantry. I also have snipers. I must have 5 snipers here. And I have a rifle cav that's about to get here and a melee cav that's late because I moved it a bit late. And he's down, as you can see, 500, 600. What is that guy? It's hard to see. I think he's 800. And he's about to face a unit that's 2,400. So the only thing holding me back really is just how fast my units can move. But we need to go to the north of his artillery all the way across the map and come in behind the enemy position to the left of the center fort to have any chance of surrounding the entire force up here. And we only have 2 hours and 11 minutes. So at this point I'm looking at this and I'm thinking, I think I'm going to come up short. These guys aren't even out of the woods yet. Okay, some of the infantry is starting to come up. You can see, like, these guys started in the south in the encirclement. They're coming up. But I need to get to the north edge of the map. Being there doesn't help me. They need to get to the north edge of the map and get around to the north and behind the enemy. That's what needs to happen. And once again, the rifle cav is golden. Just priceless. Yeah, the rifle cav is like a, just like an entire nest of angry hornets, and it just, you turn those guys loose on anybody and the enemy just melts. Like right now they're spread out, but very soon they're going to be all together in a crowd. Yeah, on the downside, my units are taking losses. On the plus side, they're running right over top of his artillery. I have 6 20-pound Parrots. I think it's 3 to the right. So my 20-pound Parrots are actually firing on these guys on this side. And then I have 3 on the left. And they're doing okay. I mean, they're killing artillery, but I intend to kill his artillery by running over top of it with my infantry. That's my goal. So I have a sniper to the south. 24-pound howitzer doing good work. Gonna make that guy retreat pretty soon. Have it. J.F. Brown has a great day. Absolutely a great day. He fires in both the northern and the southern sector, I think. I think I get him into the south. He has a terrific day. He just sits there the whole time and just bangs away at the enemy. Does a great job. Yeah, I've been waiting the whole campaign to play with 24-pound howitzers. Finally get to do it. Very, very, very happy. My favorite way to play, 24-pound howitzers. Yeah, he has a unit that's he's down to 300 and something. He's going to shatter. Unit 500. My cav is coming up. They're going to take care of both of those guys pretty quickly. And then there's nothing but a paper-thin line. And then my infantry is going to start just a sprint across the map unopposed. So you can see the infantry coming up. They're coming up on the left. Yeah, I'm thinking at this point, hour and 50 minutes. Come on, guys, time to go. Like, get moving. We gotta go. Kill that last artillery and let's get after it. It's actually uphill, which always slows you down. So there's that last artillery being eaten up. He's gonna be dead soon. And then like you can see, the section to the left is actually north of the fort. We've got to get to that river line. And I thought these guys on this side would get to the river line, but in reality, the guys on the right are going to get to the river line first. It takes a long time to go up that hill. And look, I still have 1, 2, 3, 4 infantry exhausted that have to get to, the front. And I'm telling you, it takes forever. It takes forever for them to get there. Of course, they're exhausted. Doesn't help. Okay, here we go. The boys are, it's a sprint. I should have had that rifle cav that's to the rear. He should have been up much faster. And the melee cav is just getting there. I needed those guys there 10 to 15 minutes ago, because they should be pouncing on that artillery, the infantry to the north, the other infantry to the right, to the far north. It's their job to take out any isolated units. Here's an artillery, advance with detached skirmishers, have the infantry roll up behind that. So this isn't free. I mean, there's a cost to doing this. You're going to take shots. He has an insane amount of artillery, but once my infantry get on top of his artillery just melts. Oh, I have my infantry and snipers on hold fire because my melee cav is going to eat that artillery unit. There he goes. Melee cav. Priceless. They are so good at this sort of thing. They're just absolutely spectacular. These oddball units that get isolated, just, yep, and he's gone. Okay, that unit of 390s being a pain in the neck, so I'm going to have my rifle cav. He's going to make short work of that guy. And I actually have a sniper on the other side. Okay, brought the melee cav down. It's a tiny infantry unit, so gone. Yep, now get the melee cav out of there. He still has over 700 men. So look at that wall of rebel infantry just screaming across that field. And my melee cav is going to the river. My rifle cav is going to the river, so they get to the river, the big river, it's in the middle. My other units on the left have secured the woods, and I'm getting them in position, and then they're going to charge up the hill in the north. You can barely see. The guys on the left, they're in the woods. So there's also, I think it's like 5 rifle cav and put them against the north edge of the woods, and they're going to run up the hill against the map edge to the north. So these guys are coming in on the flank of the enemy. Yep, there they go. I didn't have to push right here against the mass of the enemy, but I'm really messing him up, and his numbers are really tiny. Look, 500, 700. I have 2 24-pound howitzers to the south end of that are just like destroying the morale of anybody who gets in range. And his numbers are just looking really fragile. He charges into the water. Okay, that's not going to go well for him. He caught my detached skirmisher, but I have a bunch of infantry right there. Yeah, I kind of wanted these guys to be to the north of the enemy position, putting pressure from the top. And at this point I'm thinking maybe we can kill them all in the water. If I can push from both sides, push them into the water. Not quite. He has way too much. He's going to retreat where he has all that artillery. And part of it is that there's no line here. There's no enemy line. He's just getting torn up as we just, like, he's so fragile. My guys are just running right over top of him. My cav is now behind him. Snipers are coming up behind him. So yeah, the sniper just hit his artillery. I'd like to kill that officer. I don't know what his cav is doing. It's a lot of cav. So to the north now, there's nothing, but it takes forever to go up that hill. And I only have an hour and 13 minutes. I would tell you that when you do this, if you want guys to get to the southern edge of the map, you definitely want to, about 40 minutes is the cutoff to make it from here to the southern edge of the map on run. Like, it's going to be close at 40 minutes, and I tried to move some units at 30 minutes and they didn't make it. So I have 4 units on the left edge of the map to the south, because I need 4. I figured 4 is what I needed. I wanted to, you'll see on the southern map I have an encirclement plan, and I needed 4 units there to do that. That's all I needed to make it happen. It might not be the most efficient way to do it, but it was good enough, and it worked. I mean, I didn't put a commander there or a supply wagon. I would say I have a ton of extra supply wagons. I didn't realize that, it didn't occur to me. Oh, you don't get the supply wagons? They all come in here. You get like 2 supply wagons for the whole South. I could have sent, I don't know, 5 supply wagons south. That would have been handy. A couple of corps commanders would have been handy. That would have been nice. But certainly the 4 units that you're going to move from the north, this map, to the south on the enemy flank are going to be in melee right away. So having a commander there is a good idea. Lesson learned. So my guys on the left have finally made it to the hilltop, and they're coming down from the north. And my cav, look at this, I have 1, 2, 3, 4 that came from the left, 1 that came from the right, and they're going to catch that enemy cav unit, and he's dead. He was a full-size cav unit of like 750 or something when he started, and he's dead. Like, they just ate him. I mean, just like machine gunned him to nothing. Okay, who surrendered? Someone surrendered. So I left the fort, and I had like 2 units in reserve behind the fort. Everybody's attacking. We're just going after him. Oh yeah, this guy, he's in the south. He surrendered. All the guys to the right side that were sitting there in defense, they're also attacking. So everybody's attacking. 58 minutes to go. We got this. Although, as I did this, I went, 58 minutes? I think... Yeah, those are good messages. The fact that he's that shot up, that's good. But I'm going to need to shoot him to pieces, and that's going to take a while. Yeah, his units, some of them are very fragile. You just touch them and they'll surrender. I need to kill the officer. I think at this point I'm having my artillery, like, I moved up the 20-pound Parrots on the right, and I actually moved up the 20-pound Parrots that were on the left too. I want everybody to fire at that officer. We kill the officer, we can do this. His artillery is, all of it still hasn't routed, but most of it's been shot up pretty, like 150, come on, he should be gone. Okay, once again, we don't want them to go routing out, so we want to contain them, so we don't want to push too hard from any one direction. But we do need to kill that artillery. So if we push from any direction, we're going to kill that artillery. He has 2 in the north. We kill both of those. This is done. Oh, he has 1 in the south too. We need to kill that one. And then we need to kill the commander, and then the rest of it is academic. What does he have left? Now you can see I gave orders to units to move south. Those guys are going to make it. 48 minutes, they make it. They make it to the southern edge of the board. And they're actually very handy. Another major general wounded. I'm sending my snipers south. They're very useful too. Send some calves south. Should have sent all my calves south, but I have a couple waiting in case he routes out to the north or something. Should have sent all my cav two corps commanders, some ammo wagons, some more infantry. There's no reason for all this infantry to be here. Yeah, should have definitely sent more. Not that the fight in the south is close or anything. It isn't, but would have been nice. You know what I really needed? I really needed more 24-pound howitzers. That's what I needed. I needed more. I needed 10 more 24-pound howitzers. That's what I needed. It is a thing of beauty. I'm telling you. You want to see the next part where the 24-pound howitzer, rows of 24-pound howitzer firing canister, it's a thing of great beauty. You will watch it and you will write poetry. You will be so inspired by the beauty of what you're about to see. Okay, now, actually at this point I'm thinking, I need all 41 minutes. I don't want to end this early. So I need to be a little bit careful. Okay, he comes back. Which is fine, don't care. We don't get any weapon, we don't get anything for this. I would like to get rid of the supply wagons. I don't really need the supply wagons. I have tons of supply. But I'm thinking I don't want to shoot them up. Yeah, then I see his artillery unit's still alive, and he's going to bring them back. I've already sent my artillery south to get them in position for the next phase in the north, the counterattack. Yep, 36 minutes. I don't think 36 minutes is enough time. I think if you want... Oh, I didn't set these guys yet. I moved these guys south. Want them there for the enemy counterattack. I want the enemy counterattack to come onto the map. I want to fight them head-to-head. Such as it is. It's a slaughter, but I think you'll enjoy it. I'm thinking, oh man, they're all going to surrender en masse, and I'm going to lose 33 minutes. Like, I could have taken these out already, obviously, but I'm trying to not take them out. I'm trying to, like, I need the 33 minutes. Okay, there go my, yeah, 32 minutes for the Cav. I think they make it, though. I keep 2 behind. Should have sent them 2. Should have sent that corps commander. Yeah, if you start moving at 30 minutes, I don't think you're going to make it. It's too far. Yeah, not everybody I send makes it. Pretty close, but 40 minutes, I think, is like the cutoff. Okay, 28, 27. At this point, I'm thinking, if I don't kill them all, like, it's fine. I need it. Well, there's the thing. Like, there's one... These guys are close. I put them in the fortifications for the enemy counterattack, but I decided I'm going to put them south and then bring them back north, maybe. You don't need them. Like, this is quite an army. So, should have sent all the Cav. I mean, I'm looking at 1, 2, 3, 4 supply wagons. I could have sent all 4 of them. "21 minutes. Okay, let's kill a couple of these and keep one alive. Yeah, 16 minutes. I need every second. So really, I said I wanted to take out the enemy force, and I was in a position to wipe them out way before the 4 hours. Now I'm just milking it for time to get units on the southern edge of the map. Units I don't think I'm going to need, but, you know, they'll be handy. The guys in the center, do they make it? I don't think they do. Like, and you have to have these guys right against the edge. I've heard people say that you can be a little bit back. You can't. You want these guys right along the edge. If they're a little bit back, they won't come in. Yeah, fortunately I saved this at 5 minutes before the end of this phase at the 5-minute point. And then you go to the south, and I saved the game and left. But I thought something was wrong when I loaded up the game the next time, so I went back to the 5-minute point and refought the last 5 minutes. And everything worked out great. One of the units on the west edge of the map didn't come in the first time I loaded it up, and then I refought the 5 minutes and it came in. So 5 minutes. What I do the second time is, instead of attacking at 5 minutes to go, I let this unit, yeah, I don't attack until like 2 minutes or something. But for the purposes of this discussion, we're going to kill everybody in the 4 hours, and it's a thing of beauty. But the real beauty is the next phase. "24-pound howitzers. 2, 1. And it looks like I got the whole time, even though, you know, the enemy's completely gone. That was the last unit. And I do check, it's 0. There's nothing. There's nothing there. Because when I redo it again, it's 0. It's nothing there. Okay, next phase will be, I guess, the south, which is Washington. And I think when I do this again, I get more units in than that. I think I get a couple more. But we'll see. I had to just reload the 5 minutes and do it over. And I think I got more. And over here I got 3 this time, and I got 4 the next time I do it. So, which I think that's what I need. So this ends the north phase. I hope you enjoyed that, and I'll see you next time.